guys, it's Miss Coconut. How are you doing? I'm doing well. So the other day on one of my friends' Facebook posts, she posted a article from the BBC talking about a floating ship. And it's some kind of phenomenon they were saying and explaining to us that these ships are actually not floating like they appear to be, but that they are a complex form of superior mirages called Fata Morgana, which, by the way, is named after the famous sorceress Morgan Le Fay. Isn't it interesting? So Morgan Le Fay had some kind of magic that would make castles appear and would lure the sailors to their deaths, okay, because it was a mirage. Isn't that interesting? I thought it was interesting. If you've read any information about the sinking of the Titanic, you probably have heard that term Fata Morgana before, because even though it is reported that there was an iceberg that was responsible for sinking the ship, more evidence has come out with technology suggesting that optical illusion may have also played a part. So they may have been seeing something that wasn't there, kind of thing, okay? And so what the Fata Morgana is a type of mirage, usually happens on the open waters, okay? But you can see them from the land as well. And people have been seeing them all over, not just in Europe, but in the Americas as well. And they are reporting that ships appear to be flying, okay? And that this may be some of the background story to the legend of the Flying Dutchman, which was basically a ghost ship that was doomed to sail the seas forever, ever. And they think that when people saw this, it was an illusion, it was a mirage, okay? So when they kept reporting this ghost ship, it floating, that because they were unaware of the phenomena of this optical illusion, they thought it was something supernatural. In order for this optical illusion to be seen, of course, certain conditions have to be met, okay, regarding the atmosphere. So you have to have a cold air mass close to the ground, or a surface of water that is topped by a warm layer of air higher up in the atmosphere, okay? And they're saying even though it can occur on land, it usually occurs at sea because of the layer of cool air that's needed, okay? So during this optical illusion, rays of light passing through the warm and cool air masses begin to bend strangely, and that is what makes the mirage appear. Okay, so the mirage, or the image, is usually based on a real object like a faraway ship or whatever, and it appears so distorted that it takes on this very surrealistic imagery. So people, have long reported floating ships, upside down ships, or even land and cities that aren't even there. Okay, so I don't know what y'all think about that, because obviously in the comments, I love reading comments because that's where everything is lit. And people are like, this is alien technology for real. The government is hiding something. Does this prove the earth is flat? I mean, I just get so tickled by the comments. I'm one of those people, because I don't know something, if I don't know something, I don't speak out against it. There was a guy in the comment section that was posting his own picture, and he was saying, this is a real thing. I took the picture myself. I know that this exists. It is not alien technology. But again, I'm one of those people, unless I saw it for myself, and half the times, I don't even know if I would believe what I see, because I can't even remember where I put my AirPod last night. I think I left it in a restaurant, truthfully. And I forgot that it was even in my ear, and I set it down. And that happens all the time, right? I can't even hardly remember day to day anymore. So I don't know if I can even believe my own eyes. But anyway, a lot of people are saying that these are some strange sightings that have always been in occurrence, and now they are using this term to explain it. And I mean, this is the thing. People have documented a lot of these images as a way to say, you know, hey, this optical illusion exists. It is nothing supernatural. There are no ghost ships. Nothing is vanishing, etc., etc. Okay, and in Hollywood news, everyone is buzzing about LIL Nas, who has some Satan shoes now. Apparently, the singer collaborated with a streetwear label, Mischief, which is MSCHF, to create the shoes. It's a limited edition, 666 pairs. They retail about $1,018, and in the sole of the shoe, it will actually contain some kind of red dye and a drop of human blood. These shoes are modified Nike, so of course the Nike company is trying to distance itself from the singer. And it says that the singers are modified to include a pentagram pendant and a reference to the Bible verse Luke 10:18, which is the same amount of money that the shoes cost. You see how they do that? And the reference is to the Bible scripture that says, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. So, of course, a lot of people are saying that he is a Satanist. He's showing his allegiance. I mean, but the drop of human blood is so interesting. I mean, if that's not a sacrifice denotation, I don't know what is. Everybody was upset that it dropped on Palm Sunday. Like, people are saying my kids will never play Old Town Road again, because he also came out with this video. In the video, he's gyrating and dancing all over the Lord of the Underground. And people are upset, and they're saying, you know, basically this is not what we want our children to be watching. Anyway, I didn't bother breaking down the imagery in the LIL Nas Satan video, because we've been through this enough. In Cardi B last video, she had little headless doll heads in her hair. I mean, they always push this satanic agenda, the Luciferian agenda. It is what it is. Some people see the liberation in it all. Some people feel that a lot of people are religiously brainwashed. So it depends on your stance. You know, you're either very offended or you don't care. Anyway, I thought it was interesting that this company is always dropping these controversial products. I don't know who owns Mischief, but they are certainly up to mischief. Because they had a Jesus shoe. And I think the Jesus shoe had holy water from the River of Jordan and soles that were colored red, which we know that the Vatican is famous for, and a steel crucifix attached to it. But they've also had other crazy products, like a weed bong that looks like a rubber chicken. So you're choking the chicken. This is so crazy. Anyway, lots of interesting things to see here. And, you know, people are seriously feeling like there's a fight for the soul of the nation. And they're feeling that this agenda keeps pushing people away from God, especially with the 666 in the shoe label, you know. But of course, the shoe sold out in less than a minute. People love this stuff, right? We love controversy anyway. Candace Owens has joined the fray, and she is now coming out, speaking out against LIL Nas and the agenda. And one thing she did get right is that she states how these stars are used to push the agenda of these large corporations for money purposes. That part is true. But this is nothing new. Sammy Davis Jr. also came out as a Satanist. Not that LIL Nas has come out, but you know what I'm saying. Well, he kind of did come out, maybe. I don't know. There's some controversy about that, about his sexuality. No rational mind really cares about what someone else is doing in their bedroom, though. Let's be clear. What this is that the machines that run this world, it's ran on the energy of blood, sweat, and tears. It has a lot to do with capitalism, and it is what it is. So they will recruit who they need to recruit, to influence who they need to influence, so that those dollars are spent. Feel about it how you want to feel. Anyway, Lil Nas is like the clapback king. So everyone is coming out against him, you know, like in Hollywood, different stars, different, you know, basketball people, rappers, you know, all have something to say because they're like, oh, the kids look up to you. First of all, you're not supposed to have these stars as your children's heroes, okay? They shouldn't even know anything about Lil Nas either way, but whatever. I think it's kind of sad whenever these things occur publicly where someone's dragged for wanting to be free to express themselves, you know? And as someone that is an occultist, I'm always on the fence about this type of reporting because I really do feel whatever you wish to practice, that's your business and no one should be, you know, condemning you for it. Anyway, y'all, Hollywood Unlocked, I hope I can say that. That gossip site always is on point. They have lots of interesting articles. In fact, this one caught my eye because the police, haven't they learned their lesson at all in how to be non-discriminatory, non-racial, non-biased, you know? But they decided to name their dog Little Kim. Come on. It's just like one big joke that we're living in. It has to be a movie, y'all. It has to be The Truman Show. Anyway, until next time, I'm Machine Brezzy.